Las Vegas.
North Las Vegas police are investigating a deadly shooting. A gunman killed 3 people and another person was injured in this.
This happened in a shopping center near Lake Mead and Simmons. Fox 5's Shanae Amaro was out there earlier today, and she talked to people stopping by the shooting site to pay their respects.
Well, the parking lot is reopened, but at least one business is still closed. And as you can see, they're one of several businesses who had to board up their windows because glass was just shattered everywhere. But all day long, we've been seeing people stopping by, paying their respects to the 3 victims killed in this senseless act of violence. 4 candles, 3 for the people shot and killed, and a 4th for the survivor. Police still haven't officially identified any of the people involved, but family and friends tell us their loved ones were the victims of Sunday night's shooting. A Valley mother, Susan Nash, and her 2 children, Nay and Deontay.
What I can say about Susan, from what I've known from Susan, she is one of the most loving people I have ever met. She's like everybody's mom. She's the block mom. If somebody doesn't have food to eat, she'll feed you. She'll clothe you. She'll let you stay at her home. And that's just who Susan was. Everybody adored Susan. So when I heard the story, I'm like, I really literally have not been back to sleep because it bothered me so much.
Witnesses reported hearing at least 20 shots late Sunday night coming from this parking lot near Simmons and West Lake Mead. Police tell me 3 people were killed and a 4th was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. According to police, this was not a random act of violence, but the shooter is still on the loose. And for people who live in this area, this was a shock.
I know it's not a real nice neighborhood, but it was okay, to come get my cigars and beer and stuff up here. Well, I'm going to tell you, I got a couple bit. I'm going to start carrying my gun if I have to come in this neighborhood.
Now, coming up on Fox 5 News at 5, I'll tell you more about who these victims were and what this loss means to the community. Reporting in North Las Vegas, Shanae Amaro, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
And we're learning more about the double homicide in Henderson. The Clark County Coroner's Office identified one victim as 28-year-old Melissa Mason. Police say they went to the home to do a welfare check, and that's when they found Mason and another man with head injuries. The home they were found in is near Major and Warm Springs. Officers told Fox 5 they're now looking for the killer, possibly killers, and also trying to piece together a motive. If you know anything that can help police, call Crime Stoppers, 702-385-5555.
It is chilly out there, or it was this morning. It's really nice right now.
Yeah, I know. Feels like fall.
Feels like fall. People looking like they're ready to go to Antarctica.
I love what you posted on Facebook.
Heavy jackets. Yeah, the kid from A Christmas Story with all the jackets on.
At the school bus stop.
It's the 3rd year I posted that meme, and people love it.
It's always a hit.
It's always a hit. And here's the temperatures this morning. Let's take you out there. We hit 52 officially at McCarran, but if you're around the Henderson Executive Airport, Southern Highlands, even Summerlin, we saw upper 40s this morning, the coolest since May 2nd. So yes, more than 5 months since we felt numbers this low. And look at this, we're struggling to hit 70 this afternoon. We're sitting at 69 right now. And then you factor in that north wind. That is a cool wind for us. So that does make it feel a little cooler outside. Winds running 15 to 25 miles per hour around the valley right now. Temperatures around the valley, look at these 60s all across the area. Widening out the view, we'll go to Pahrump at 69, over to Laughlin at 72, 58 up in Caliente. And that wind's going to continue into the early evening tonight. There's the current wind speeds, again, between 15 and 25. We'll see the wind gradually ease up later tonight. We'll hang in the 60s through 11 with the sun going down at 6:05 this evening. Now, the wind will continue tomorrow. We'll talk about just how strong it will be, plus a gradual warm up in the works this week. And I know it's a little early to look toward the weekend, but it's really never too early to look at the weekend, especially when there's rain chances involved. We'll take a look at rain possible for your weekend plans as well. That's all straight ahead in less than 15 minutes in your full 7-day forecast.
It's Monday, but we're already looking toward the weekend.
Ready to go.
Never too early.
Never. Right.
Especially when your work week started over the weekend.
Same, me and you.
Right.
Holding down the fort this week.
Holding down the fort.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Sam.
In fact, we were having such a quiet night last night in the newsroom, but then we got reports of gunfire in North Las Vegas, and now Metro officers are looking for the man who shot and killed the man near Blue Diamond and Rainbow.
Metro just released the body cam video. You may recall this whole thing started as a traffic accident. Police believe the suspect was impaired and say he took off when they tried to arrest him. Let's get right out to Fox 5's Abby Tedros. Abby, you were just able to watch the video. What were you able to see?
Yeah, that's right. Well, the video starts with police asking 21-year-old Kenneth Bussey Jr. to take a field sobriety test. Take a look.
Are you willing to do a field sobriety test?
I said no.
And I said turn around and put your hand behind your back.
Why?
Because you're under arrest for DUI.
And you just saw it in the video. Bussey refused to take a field sobriety test when police tried to arrest him. He took off running into the desert. Witnesses told police he stashed a gun in a bush before officers got there. In the video, you see Bussey Jr. grab that gun and point it at police. Officers fired first, then Bussey Jr. fired once. Police say his gun jammed before he could shoot again.
So as we did the investigation, and we noticed that his firearm actually locked or jammed, so that is the reason why he was not able to fire off additional rounds.
And police believe this was suicide by cop. During the investigation, officers said they learned Bussey Jr. was suicidal and made suicidal comments in the past. We asked police how they knew that, but they would not comment further. 2 officers were involved in this situation. Officer Kenneth Paulette, who fired 4 times, and Officer Chad Betts, who fired twice. This is Metro's 20th officer-involved shooting this year. It's their 10th that resulted in death. Reporting live, Abby Tedros, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
All right, thank you, Abby. The man suspected of beating a dog in a viral video made his first court appearance today. Damon Holmes was arrested after a video he posted on his Facebook page showed him just hitting this dog multiple times. Holmes is facing multiple charges, including felony animal abuse. Today, his bail was set at $250,000, and he's scheduled to be back in court next month. And police released the mugshot of the woman they say hit and killed a pedestrian near the Stratosphere and then took off. Officers arrested Amy McDermott on Friday. They say 60-year-old Padilla Popovich was crossing the street with her husband near St. Louis and 6th Street. Police say McDermott hit her and took off. Popovich was taken to the hospital where she later died. Police say they identified McDermott after getting help from the community.
The Clark County coroner identified a motorcyclist who died after a deadly crash near the Silverton Casino. The motorcyclist is 52-year-old Ernest Swimes. Police say last Friday a driver trying to change lanes hit Swimes and a car then hit him again. He was thrown from his bike and then run over by another car. Swimes died at the scene. Police say both drivers were cooperative and impairment was not a factor. Officers say it's unclear, though, if charges will be filed.
A teen with autism is missing again in North Las Vegas, and this is for the second time in less than 2 weeks. 16-year-old Vincenzo Paradiso was last seen at about 7 o'clock this morning in the area of North Martin Luther King and Gowan. He was wearing a gray t-shirt, blue sweatpants, navy blue Crocs, and possibly a royal blue hooded sweatshirt. Last week, Vincenzo also went missing and was found about a day later. Anybody with any information about his whereabouts is asked to call North Las Vegas police.
Former President Barack Obama and former Vice President Joe Biden will make a stop in Las Vegas next week, and they are here to campaign for Nevada Democrats. Obama is scheduled to speak at Cox Pavilion at UNLV next Monday. According to campaign workers, he'll highlight the Democratic candidates on the ballot, and he'll encourage voters to take advantage of early voting. Joe Biden is also set to campaign for Democrats in the Valley. He's scheduled to visit the Culinary Union Local 226 this Saturday morning. For more info on both rallies, just head on over to our website, fox5vegas.com.
After 8 days away, the Golden Knights are back on home ice. Vegas completed a 5-game road trip with a win in Philadelphia this weekend.
But after just 6 games, it seems the injury bug has taken a big bite out of the Golden Knights lineup. Fox 5 sports reporter Vince Sapienza was at practice today. He has an update for us.
Yeah, John Cindy head coach Gerard Gallant had some tough news today announcing Paul Stastny will be out for 2 months with a lower body injury. That's a big blow to this forward core for the Golden Knights, who will already be without Alex Tuch for another couple of games. And defenseman Derek England today was already ruled out for tomorrow night's game. And because of those 3 being out, Monday's practice looked a little lighter than normal. Also not on the ice today was Max Pacioretty, but Gallant says he's just having a maintenance day. Despite the low numbers, intensity was high from the players. Team says they're disappointed and frustrated with just 2 wins in their first 6 games. And even though it's cliche, it's a next man up mindset. It's just another part of playing in the NHL.
You look at some games and we're getting great chances. We're hitting goalposts on their power play, and it's frustrating. You know, we should have more goals and we're scoring. We're a better team than that, but you got to stay with it. I mean, it's 6 games into the season, and sure, we wish we were 4-2 instead of 2-4. But you know, work hard, get through it, and hopefully it'll make you better down the road.
Now, despite all the subtractions on the ice Monday, there was an addition in the City National Arena rafters. The organization put up the Division and Conference Championship banners alongside the Vegas Strong 58 banner above the main sheet of ice. Now, you just heard from Turk, but coming up at 5, we're going to hear from the players, how they're handling the early season adversity and what fans can expect on this 5-game homestand.
Vince, thank you. And for all the night's news, along with breaking news, weather, and traffic, just download our free Fox 5 app.
President Trump visited Florida today to see the damage left behind by Hurricane Michael.
To see this person